And in the days since headlines, Araxi has reported a resilient first half performance after seeing growing demand for its products and services. The Fintech company says its two divisions secured long-term contracts, diversified revenue sources, and increased their market share during the period. Araxi CEO Brad Sachs joins us now with greater insight on that performance. Brad, thanks so much for your time today. Maybe just walk us through what you made of the 6 months that was. A few discrepancies here and there, once off cost as well as reinstatements on the other hand.
So we are a company that comprises two divisions. We have a payments division and a software division. Our payments division had a fantastic period of performance. Our revenue was up 23%. Our EBITDA was up 33%, which reflects the operating margin that we get in that business. Our software division is a little bit more of a complicated story. Last year, we changed auditors and we needed to change some of our accounting policies as a result of that. And we had to process a restatement to last year's half-year results, reflecting a 5-year contract, which we were required to recognize all in last year's numbers. But if we normalize for that activity, our earnings per share were up almost 60% period on period, which we think is a really tremendous performance in a challenged market environment. Our software business has started to recover, and we are pleased with its performance and look forward to a better second half than we did in the first half.
And just on that software division and how you feel when it comes to the recovery there, does a more stable, the rebound we are seeing in the local economy also work to your benefit?
Well, our growth in the software division is a function of the level of capital expenditures within large institutions. We focus primarily on enterprises, and if those enterprises feel confident about the future, they are more willing to spend money on capital projects, of which software is one. So to the extent that the vibrance in the economy starts to affect confidence in the C-suites of our larger clients, that does lend to a much better economic environment and a constructive environment in which we can operate.
And I can imagine that could start filtering through slowly but surely with everything, or rather with sentiment really shifting when it comes to the local economy. I want to talk to you about the performance we are seeing in the payments division. As you mentioned there, that group really outperforming, delivering a double-digit growth in both revenue and EBITDA. Talk to me about the key drivers within that division that are continuing to boost growth and how repeatable this trend could be in H2 as well into FY27.
So the underlying factors which are impacting the payments division is the migration of expenditures in a digital form, whether it's through credit or debit card, or through wallets, or through wallets on phones. All of those circumstances result in the digitalization of commerce, and that is the trend which is supporting the distribution of our software in the payments area and the terminals into the payment infrastructure. So it is a trend that we have seen. Our estate has grown tenfold over the course of the last 8 years or so since we've owned the business. And we continue to see good growth in the underlying payments business.
I mean, that's
both domestically in South Africa and in international markets too.
Yeah, I was about to say that's exceptional market share gains, Brad. Just on that division, I was reading about the tap on own device. Just talk to me about that pilot with a global online gaming company, which does sound quite significant. How material could this use case be in combating online fraud and driving transaction volumes?
So there are two elements to dealing with fraud. Our tap on own product is part of the Halo suite of solutions. And there what happens is you tap your card on your own device, which has an app on the phone, and embedded in that is our solution. So there is a gaming company that is running a pilot in collaboration with a South African bank, as well as Visa and MasterCard. They are going to embed our solution in their application. You as a consumer will not know that you're using HaloDot. You'll just know you're using XYZ's gaming application. When you pay or place your bet and you need to make the payment, you will take your credit card and you will tap it against your own phone. So what that does is it processes the payment and treats that payment as if it was what they call a card present transaction, which has a lower incidence of fraud. And it will save the gaming company money in transaction fees and ensures that the transaction is completed seamlessly. This is a net benefit for all the participants in the value chain, and we think it has tremendous application, not only in this instance, but in many others too.
Yeah, we'll be following that quite closely. Brad, unfortunately, we have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time and taking us through the 6 months that was. That was Brad Sachs, CEO of Araxi.